Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there, The Judge. Now this movie has a star-studded cast. I've always liked courtroom dramas, so I like this one as well. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. basically plays a huge defense attorney in the big city. He's dealing with like some kind of white-collar crime, blue-collar crime, whatever it is, high-end crime where someone basically ran away with $40 million of, the health insurance or whatever, some people they were trying to help. And he gets a call while he's at the courtroom. His mother passed away. So he heads back home to the small town he's from, and his father happens to be the only judge in that town. And it starts getting, it turns out his father didn't like him, didn't love him, but was very, very hard on him. And it really does climax at the end when he finds out why his father was so hard on him. Because his father basically let someone go off easy who reminded him of his son, and after what happened afterwards, he just felt like his son had that same potential and just was always harder on his son. Couldn't look at his son the same way because he saw this other kid that he let off easy. So it's very heartfelt, and it's like the only courtroom drama that I've seen where when you see Robert Downey Jr. basically loses the case, but the other guy who wins doesn't feel like he won. It's a victory that wasn't a victory, because even at the end, after everything Robert Downey Jr. did and put in and everything that came to light, because here it's a son defending his father who didn't he loved his son, but he just couldn't see him. They could never see eye to eye. And they're like breaking down. They're coming to see and understand each other in the courtroom at the very end. And gotta make this fast. My camera's dying really quick. The other attorney basically feels brokenhearted about the whole thing, even after he's victorious. It doesn't look like he had a victory. The way he reacts to the whole thing, it looks like he feels like he lost. Like he wants to say something, he wants to apologize, but he led to that whole thing. He was trying to push for the a murder trial. Like it was planned out. It was just like he wanted the chair for that guy. Well, technically, I think it's a injection. He wanted the injection for the judge, but he felt like he lost because here this family was being torn apart. A father who was dying already, and it's just like it really does get you, especially when you start realizing how dysfunctional this family is. A father who's a judge, the sons who are basically he had 3 boys. One who was going to be an athlete who got into a car accident and now runs a car dealership. The other one was mentally ill. And finally there was Robert Downey Jr. who became a lawyer. The only one who was seen as, in his father's eyes, as the least of them, became the only one who was incredibly successful. Which there's some justice in that, I guess. But yeah, I've always loved these movies which basically hit the heart of a family, a dysfunctional family, and them coming to terms, or in some cases, them not coming to terms, but the siblings coming into terms, depending on what kind of dysfunctionality they had. It's always nice seeing a family, if not just parts of it, come back together. And I enjoy that. I have a huge family myself, so seeing these types of movies they always hit me in the feels, and that's always a good spot to be hit. Thank you all for watching. Definitely recommend the movie The Judge, especially if you like courtroom dramas. Yeah, this one's it. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.